In our previous lesson, we have considered how we can solve for quadratic equations whilst we are finding for its root using the method of completing the squares. My name is Nana Awedu, and you can call me Say Nana. Remember to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to always click on the notification bell so that you can get all videos on time. In this lesson, we want to look at another example on solving quadratic equations using the method of completing the square. Now, let's consider the question. So the question says that solve the equation 2x squared minus 6x plus 4 is equal to 0 by completing the square. Now, let's consider a solution for this question. So the question says that we should solve by completing the square, and the equation given to us is 2x squared, right? So we have 2x squared minus 6x plus 4 is equal to 0. So remember that the first step in solving when we are using the completing the square is to ensure that the coefficient of the s square is 1. So we can divide through by 2, right? We divide through each side by 2, and that implies that we get x squared minus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. Then we move the constant across the equal sign, so we get x squared minus 3x is equal to negative 2. Then we take the coefficient of the x, which is negative 3, right? So we have negative 3. We multiply it by half, as we always do. It gives us negative 3 over 2. Then we square it. Then we add what we get to both sides of the equation. So we get x squared minus 3x plus negative 3 over 2 all squared is equal to minus 2 plus negative 3 over 2 all squared, right? So this is just a rough work to help us to be able to go through that process. So once we've been able to do that, we say we can write the left-hand side of the equation as x. We take the x, then take what is in the bracket, which is minus 3 over 2 all squared is equal to, let's simplify the right-hand side of the equation. So minus 2, right, plus 3 squared, or negative 3 squared gives us 9, then 2 squared gives us 4, right? So we get x minus 3 over 2 all squared is equal to, when we simplify this, we are going to have the LCM to be 4, right? 4 multiplying negative 2 gives us negative 8 plus 9, right? So x minus 3 over 2 all squared will be equal to 1 over 4. So now we can find the square root of both sides, which implies that when we find the square root of both sides, we are going to have x minus 3 over 2 to be equal to 1 over 2. Remember that because the square root is the positive and negative value of the answer, right? So it's plus or minus. So as such, our x, right, now becomes equal to 3 over 2 when we move the negative 3 over 2 across the equal sign, right, plus or minus 1 over 2. And therefore, we have our x to be equal to 3 over 2 plus 1 over 2, where this gives us 4 over 2, and then we get that to be what? 2. And then x is also equal to 3 over 2 minus 1 over 2, right, where this gives us 2 over 2, and then that gives us 1. So therefore, we can see that our x values, right, we have x to be equal to 2 or x is equal to 1. So the roots of the quadratic equations, or the solutions of the quadratic equations, are x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 1. So in this lesson, we have gone through the process of solving for the quadratic equations using the method of completing the squares, where we have gone through the process by dividing through by the coefficient of the s square, simplifying the terms, and ensuring that we get the values of x, which are the roots of the quadratic equation. In our next lesson, we want to consider another example on solving for quadratic equations using the method of completing a square. Remember to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you in the next lesson.